This is the story of a monitor. It's big, but not too big. It's solid, but not too heavy. It's professional, but not overwhelming. The monitor in question? The OC Megamon 15, a name so awesome, it makes you wonder if the monitor is secretly an 80s cartoon action hero. It isn't, though. The Megamon 15 is in fact an HD 1920 by 1200 production monitor with 100% of the Rec. 709 color gamut, 10-bit color depth, and 1000 nits of brightness. Intrigued? Just you wait. So where do I fit into this story? Well, a few weeks back, OC reached out to see if I would review the product. I agreed with my usual caveat that whatever the outcome of the review, I will be entirely forthcoming and honest to my audience. I then assured my audience that this video is not sponsored, but OC were kind enough to send me the product to keep. And in the spirit of being as thorough as possible, without being overly verbose, I poured over the specs and did my usual hands-on testing of the product in question. This product is highly portable, so I took it with me on a swim across the English Channel. I didn't. But what were my findings? Firstly, this monitor was bright. At 1000 nits, it was capable of being used in sunlight, and even came with this handy bag that doubled as a sun hood. The bag also allowed for configuring in such a way that you could plant the monitor on a desktop or sturdy surface. If necessary, the monitor need never leave the bag, making it highly convenient and portable. Additionally, the monitor had a mount for stands, as well as 2 mounting feet for placing atop surfaces. The feet were a bit annoying to screw on and off though, and the screws were so short that I dropped them about 15 times, give or take. I'll stick with the stand, or the case. The back of the monitor was metal, and the front was plastic. Overall, it felt sturdy, and the top handle made moving it a breeze. The Megamon allowed for AC and DC power with V-mount included. I had heard from another channel that there was a danger of shorting the monitor if you plugged in the AC plug while running DC battery, so make sure you unplug one before plugging in the other to avoid a similar misfortune. The monitor had 2 SDI inputs, 2 SDI outputs, 1 HDMI input, and inputs for audio and remote. The Megamon also featured a cheese plate, as well as the space for a secondary cheese plate, in case one preferred the secondary positioning. The monitor featured an array of 30 built-in custom SDR and HDR LUTs for just about every camera you can imagine, with the option to add 16 custom LUTs through the USB port. There were focus tools for assist and peaking, frame tools for your standard markers, and anamorphic settings with a wide array of anamorphic desqueeze ratios. Audio tools and exposure tools for false color, histogram, vector scope, and waveform. Just about every tool you would want in a production monitor. The monitor featured 4 function buttons that one could program with their preferred tools. In this case, I had LUT, mute, to prevent annoying feedback when headphones were not being used, histogram, and false color. The fantastic thing about these functions is that one can create multiple users, which means that one can quickly switch between, say, the director's priorities for the monitor and perhaps the DP's. These types of buttons are not unusual, but I do wish there were some kind of joystick for easier navigation through menus, as the arrow buttons did take some getting used to. Now, what about the image? The specs are tremendous, but how about in the real world? Well, let's just say the 1000 nit brightness, the 1450:1 contrast ratio, and the 10-bit color depth made for a truly impeccable image. It's true that I couldn't quite show you. Filming a screen only shows you so much and is limited by the final output. So I suppose beyond showing you what I can, you will just have to take my word for it. Although the monitor is only capable of an HD signal, one would be hard-pressed to tell the difference between HD and 4K. The image is sharp and the colors are accurate. It should be noted that when using wireless transmitters, however, there is a significant drop in image fidelity. This is not the fault of the monitor, however, and the image degradation is the result of compression via transmission being used. Direct HDMI will yield a flawless image. As I finished rattling off the various specifications and features of the Megamon, I then took a moment to conclude my story and tell you my valued thoughts on the monitor. This monitor is fantastic. If you are working on big budget commercials or Hollywood feature films, it's probably not the monitor for you. There's a reason why the big boy monitors like Small HD are $4,000. That being said, the price for the value on this monitor is insane. At $899, you get a bright, highly portable, highly color accurate HD production monitor. Just big enough that it makes a huge difference as a reference monitor on set, and also will impress your clients if you are a small crew or a one-man band looking to improve optics. And for the price, you can get multiple monitors and still remain beneath the price of some of the big names like Small HD. Now, is this a monitor that you need? Well, that's for you to decide. Personally, I already think that this monitor will be useful for YouTube, as I am often filming myself from far across the room. It's great for noticing those small details, nailing focus, and lighting scenes. The size, weight, and durability of the monitor also will make this a perfect monitor for bringing to corporate client shoots. As I concluded my personal thoughts on the Megamon, I started to get the feeling that my end screens would pop up at any moment. So I quickly asked you to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next one.